This is genuinely insane and cannot continue to happen after last night's devastating loss to the Los Angeles Angels, where there was boos raining in Fenway. This cannot continue to happen. We have a brand new article written by Chris Calito highlighting quotes from Alex Cora based on the performance from the Boston Red Sox, not only from last night, but as of late. We'll break down all of that on this episode of Red Sox Digest. But first, please do remember to subscribe to the channel, as nearly 90% of you guys watching this video are not currently subscribed. We do appreciate the love and support, but now let's get to it and break down this really unfortunate news and really just how this cannot continue to happen for the Boston Red Sox. It has been a shell of a season up to this point for this Red Sox organization, and it's just time after time after time. It's just one thing after another, whether it's Bregman, whether it's Casas, whether it's Don, whether it's Campbell, Devers. It's just one thing after another, and it's handicapping this Red Sox team to the point where they're horrible right now, and there's no way around it. Right now, sitting fourth in the AL East, only above the Baltimore Orioles, who literally don't have a starting pitcher on their roster that is a MLB caliber player. And that's where the Red Sox sit. And then you look at the conference. Where do they sit in the conference? Well, they're only above the Orioles, the Athletics, who I believe have lost 18 in a row, and the Colorado Rockies, the Chicago White Sox. Basically the same thing. Teams that are going to win 20 games this year. That is the group of teams the Red Sox find themselves associated with currently, based off of how they've been playing and their overall record through this point in the year. Now, if you think, well, Houston, it can't get any worse than that. It can. It absolutely can. In strikeouts, the Red Sox currently sit third, just behind the Angels and the Colorado Rockies, two horrible teams. And I shouldn't even call the Angels horrible, because they beat up on the Red Sox last night in a game that went to extra innings. And the Red Sox, despite that, were able to lose, despite being at home in extra innings, starting with a runner on second base. It didn't work. 4-3 was the end result. The Boston Red Sox left they had 11 hits, and they ended up leaving a total of 11 guys on base, I believe. Absolutely, it's really mind-numbing at this point. If you're watching the games, if you're just checking game recaps, if you're just checking box scores, if you're doing anything that has anything to do with the Boston Red Sox and the actual play they are putting on the diamond night in and night out, it is mind-numbing. It's hard to watch, and it cannot continue to happen. It can't. Alex Cora, as of right now, seems like his job is safe for the time being. But if this continues for another 10 days, another week, another 2 weeks, he is going to lose his job. And coming into this video, I didn't know if I was going to make the claim that he should lose his job. I don't believe that the fan base really wants to see Cora go just yet. But if this continues to happen, the string has to be pulled. There is no way that Craig Breslow and the rest of this Red Sox organization is going to allow that the team that is currently on paper and constructed for this Red Sox organization to go to the waste that it's being used to up to this point. There's no way that through 62 games, I believe, that the Red Sox are currently sitting at 29-34. 5 games under 500 and 10.5 games behind the New York Yankees, or 10 full games behind the New York Yankees for the AL East number 1 spot. Now, we're going to highlight those quotes that we mentioned earlier in this video in an article published by Chris Calito, where he breaks down really just what the hell is going on with the Boston Red Sox. And he goes on to say the wheels, folks, are falling off. Quote, routine ground balls for double plays, we don't turn, Cora said. Quote, we throw to the wrong base, we miss cutoff guys, PFPs, pitching, fielding, practice, we're horrible. There's a lot of bad right now. And that's the end of the quote. And again, that is just the tweet that we got from Chris Calito, where he's highlighting a quote he used in his article. And again, if you click on the photo of Cora, it takes you to the article. That will be tagged down below in the description if you'd like to read the entirety of this article published by Chris Calito. We're going to just mention a few different quotes from it that I feel like are extremely important, including some of the things that we've already covered, including last night's game against the Los Angeles Angels. As Chris Calito would go on to say, the Red Sox committed 3 errors and went 1 for 13 with runners in scoring position and left 11 men on base fall to 29-34. They have now lost 8 of 10 games and 14 of their last 21 games. Now that is just to break the ice, if you will. Again, the Red Sox cannot string wins together. They can actually only string losses together. And if you go off of last night's performance, it has just been a dreadful watch. Leaving guys on base despite getting them there via walk, via base hits. They're able to get on base. But after that, everything just completely falls apart. The ability to hit for average then drastically falls off a cliff when runners are in scoring position, resulting in the inability to score runs. And then if you look at the defensive side of things, coming into this year, I thought this Red Sox team was going to be a lot better defensively than in years past. As last year, the errors were a problem for the Boston Red Sox. This year, nothing short of different. Absolutely nothing short of different from last season. The Boston Red Sox now lead the league in errors. Yes, they are ahead of teams like the Colorado Rockies and the Chicago White Sox when it comes to overall errors committed by a team up to this point in the year. It's dreadful. It really, really is. The Alex Bregman not being there obviously doesn't help. But for the first 2 months of the season, Bregman led the MLB in errors. It's not something that I enjoy reporting and bringing to you guys, but it is the truth. Bregman has not been great defensively in the sense of errors. The team as a whole has not been great in the sense of errors, obviously leading the MLB in errors. It's just a collection of things that are not working in Boston. The offense isn't working. The defense is not working. The pitching is not working. It's just a collection of shit not working for the Red Sox. And it's really hard to watch. It's even harder to report on because it's not what I want to tell you guys. It's not what I want to be watching from this Boston Red Sox team that we all had so much optimism and hope for going into this MLB season. Now to continue with Chris Colito's article. 5 of Boston's last 7 losses have come by a single run. Quote, you get frustrated, but at what point it's okay? What are we going to do about it? What's going to change? Because we keep doing the same thing, Cora said. Are we going to keep talking about one-run losses? We have, 17 or 18? It's the same thing. The same thing. Is it the effort? Is it preparation? Attention to detail? I have no idea. I watched that game and was like, quote, wow, this is real. It's frustrating. And again, those are quotes from Alex Cora discussing what is going on with this Red Sox team, where we ended up even getting the answer, I have no idea. And that's from Alex Cora discussing what is going on with the Red Sox, what he just witnessed, what he has witnessed with his own 2 eyes over the last 10 days, over the last 2 weeks, over the last 2.5 months from this Red Sox team. This is absolutely the last place you want to be as a Red Sox fan, or, again, speaking hypothetically, as a part of or a piece of this Red Sox team. Watching from a distance, it is not what you want to see. So what else do we have? We're going to break down this last quote from Cora saying, still, Cora said, the sloppy play elsewhere was the story. Quote, chances? I don't know what about that, he said. We missed a cutoff guy. They scored 2. We hit the 8th hitter. We walked the 9th hitter. We didn't execute a bunt play. We didn't advance when we needed to. We can talk about chances. I can tell you the chances we gave the opposition. We are lucky to even be in that game, to be honest with you. He's 100% right. The cutoff was totally missed by Cedon when he threw into home. The botched bunt by Kelly, not Joe Kelly, by Liam Kelly, or I'm going to go crazy. I'm not going to remember his name in the moment. Ball bunted, sacrifice bunt, squeeze bunt, if you will. Kelly just totally loses it, can't gather the baseball when he bobbles it on the ground. It's just a botch of a play. Again, giving up a hit to the 8-hole guy, hit the 8-hole guy, walk the 9th guy. These guys are supposed to be guys you are attacking in this lineup regardless of the team. And granted, it's the Los Angeles Angels. And yes, no, it is not Mike Trout. It's not Logan O'Hoppe. It is the 8 and 9-hole guys in the Los Angeles Angels lineup. It's really hard. It's really hard to watch. It's really hard to bring you guys content, breaking down just how bad this Red Sox organization and really how bad this team has been. Now, the last thing we're going to highlight are just a few more horrible quotes that we've already Some we've already highlighted. These are just from a few days ago, and they're 8 of really just the most substantial just stats that have to be pointed out. 8 alarming stats reveal how Red Sox are losing on the margins. And again, this was written just a few days ago. Strikeouts, 509 total. Again, that has just from a few days ago. If you look at them now, they currently sit at 582. That is third in the entirety of the league. If you look at runners left on base, it's 416. That is the worst in the MLB. Yes, this was from 3-4 days ago. Don't be surprised if they are still 30th in the MLB. Batting average with runners in scoring position, 238. That is 21st in the league. Don't be surprised if that is worst after leaving 11 guys on base just last night. Number 4 hitter batting average, which is 196. The cleanup hitter is hitting 196, which ranks 28th in the MLB. Record in one-run games is 6-14. It is now, I believe, 6-17. I think I had that number here. 17 or 18. It's just not going. It's 17 or 18 losses. So 6-17, we'll call it. Take it with a grain of salt. Walk-off loss is 6, which is tied for the worst in the MLB. Games with less than 3 runs scored, 20, which is tied for 26th in the MLB. And the total errors is 43, where they ranked 29th. And again, from a few days ago, after last night's performance, they now rank number 1 in the entire MLB. And it gets worse. The Red Sox have left more runners on base at 7.3 per game than any other team in baseball, and having a 238 batting average with runners in scoring position. They've struck out 509 times, the third most in the MLB, and 227 of those Ks coming with runners on base, which is the most in the MLB. And again, this is just from a few days ago, I believe 4 days ago. It's not going to get it done. This Red Sox team is not going to make it to October. This team is not even going to make it to the All-Star break if things do not change. Let me know what would be the first thing you would change if you were Alex Cora, if you were Craig Breslow, and a part of this Red Sox organization. Thank you guys for watching. I hope in the next episode it is a bit more positive and a bit more energetic in a positive sense, where we are praising the Red Sox with their efforts rather than destroying them for miserable efforts. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you on the next one.